Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 2019. You may notice that through the bushes, climb up here so you can see it, we have the header back on the way too small header trailer. Kind of figured that out recently. I don't think it should hang off that much. And we also have the trailer on the back of our tractor, but the field is not ready to go, so what gives? Well, farmer over at field 12 gave us a call, and he needs us to come harvest his barley for him. So that is exactly what we're going to do. Luckily, field 6, not too far away, and needs to go to the central grain elevator, which also is not too far away. So it means that, fortunately, should be a pretty cut and dry, simple contract for us to complete real quick. And I did not get this header centered at all. It looks terrible. I am praying to God this thing does not fall off. Because we might be buying a new header if that happens, just from the amount of damage that would definitely happen. So, fortunately, like I said, we're really close. I will flip a U-turn once we get past field 12. And actually, no. Just pull it over to the side and do it this way. Just think about doing a U-turn, pick it up facing the field, but might be a little quicker if we do it this way. Especially at the end when we gotta come back to our own farm. Go ahead and stop here. Unhook the trailer. And I do think because of the way that we set it up, it should be a little bit easier to connect the header this time. Instead of having to do the little dance, thingamabob, thingamajig, whatever you want to call it, we've had to do the past couple of times. So, get as close as I can. There we go. That's what I've been waiting for. Go ahead and shut this off. Go get the tractor over here. We already have it ready to go. We will be ready to harvest the moment we get it there. So, like I've said 1 or 2 episodes ago, this thing is getting close to needing some maintenance. So I'm still trying to figure out what do I want to do with it. Do we keep it? Do we go bigger? You know, we've got a little bit of time on it. We still have a few hours. Just from what I'm seeing, I want to say at least on start from scratch, it might be different depending on your difficulty mode, but roughly every 10 hours seems to be about the right mark for where you need to do all the repairs on the tractor. So, I don't know, I kind of wish it was 15 or 20, but that's what they decided to give us, so that is what we are going to rock. And we will pull it over here, right in front of the header trailer. Being a nice, easy spot to get to. We'll go ahead and hop in here. And this field doesn't look like it should take overly long to harvest. So, don't hit that field. That field needs weeding. Might see if they want us to do that. Whoever owns field 12. That thing is definitely infested. It looks like a sugar beet field as well. Fortunately, we won't be able to harvest it with our stuff. But, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I wonder if we could actually scoop up this stuff and be able to bale it and sell it ourselves. How much is a loading wagon? You know, we might look into that. We might look into the price of a loading wagon, because if we can skim a little money off the top here, I'd be okay with that. You know, I don't think there's a problem with trying to maximize our return on these contracts. And I don't think we would have gotten in trouble if we decided to just, you know, chop it and not leave a nice finely tuned pile behind us. Go ahead and hop in the cab, take a look in here. I do like that it does say exactly how much you have inside the cab. I noticed some of the tractors don't necessarily tell you exactly what you have as far as whether it be seed or anything like that. Although I guess it wouldn't tell you seed while you're in the tractor necessarily. I think you kind of have to go based on a bunch of different factors. Oh God, starting to get a little wonky. This is why I do not talk while combining, because I will completely mess up the tire row. And it does not look pretty. And we are just about full. And I think we'll go ahead and deliver this one load. Well, we don't really have a choice. We're going to have to deliver this load. Come on, get your pipe out here if you're that full. Don't want to be waiting. There we go. Once we have this full, we just need to take it over to the central grain elevator. It's right over there. So it won't be too much of a hassle, too much of a journey. Hopefully he doesn't end up filling up while we're out there. So I'm trying to get this done fairly quickly. Fairly efficiently. God, how much do you have, buddy? Stick with you to the end of the row so that you're as empty as humanly possible before we head over there. Oh, come on. And in real life, we would have just lost a fair amount. But there we go, end of the row, as full as it can be. We will close the cover. Start the relatively short trip, this central elevator. Traffic clear. You can see those cotton plants that we harvested last episode restored to our right. Wonder how long until they cultivate those into the ground and start once again with it. As you know, they're probably going to just do the same thing again. Especially if it's fertilized, that field will give a crap ton of cotton. Like, it's ridiculous what that field could give, now that I think about it. So we got about 2.5 bales by ourselves. Look behind us. Wasn't going to stop anyway, because stopping takes time and I don't have time. But yeah, that thing could give just shy of 5 full bales, modules, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty good for not being the biggest field. Imagine if it was field 8 over there just right next to it. That thing could give some insane cotton yields. And start slowing down for the incline to get up here. And we can start unloading all of this barley. Pull forward a bit so we don't fill the auger underneath too much in one area. A little over a third of the field. That is not as much as I was hoping for, but that is as much as we're going to get. It looks like probably 2 more trips and that should be all she wrote for this field. Still in love with this tractor. I know I talk about replacing it, but I'm still in love with this thing. Maybe because I've lived in it for the past few days because we are too poor to afford a house. That could be why I like it, but either way, we're gonna keep it because tractors are expensive and I cannot afford a new one. We have less than $5,000 to our name and a ridiculous amount of debt. Well, so with that, we will park this, hop back in the combine, and see you when we get back to our own farm. I made it back from the farm. Back to the farm. Thank God. So, I'm going to probably have to take this thing in for service because it's doing the hopper thing again where it won't let me shut her down and close it. No idea what that's about. It's completely empty. So I might need to see what they have to say about it eventually, but other than that, let's see what else we can do. So we could drive all the way over to field 23. Field 18 we've worked out a few times. I don't want to do it again. We can go ahead and cultivate field 7. Oh, what was that one below it? Oh yeah, the field 8 harvester. I'm going to take a quick look, see how large our cultivator is, try and get an idea of how long it might take. And once that's done, I will get back to you on what we've decided to do. So if you can't tell, we have decided to do the harvester mission for field 8. Lower this down. Set it down on top of there. Did the engineer quit? Am I really going to have to go move it for him? The answer is yes, I am. So, start it. We're going to back up. It's going to be quicker to just back it on up. We can get out of here first. Just far enough away that it won't block. With that, we will start the journey over to here. Now, before we take this over, I'll go ahead and hook up the 2 trailers onto this. Kind of wondering why they didn't just do semi-truck, but giving us a 900 series Fendt, I'm not going to complain. Although which one connects? I think the other one connects in front. It'll at least give us a chance to practice our backing skills trying to get it connected. Okay, let's try the other trailer in front. For some reason I thought you had to put this one in front. This is really embarrassing to try and figure out. There we go. Alright, we will see you guys at the field. Alright, we're at the field. Somehow survived with a tandem trailer set. Now all that's left to do before we can hit the field is we need to figure out how to get this connected while not blocking too much traffic. Hopefully that's doable. This thing is a lot easier to connect than our own combine. It is definitely. What are you doing, white car? You know you would have killed yourself if this was real life, right? Anyway. Let's go ahead and start all of this. And I'm just gonna do it this way instead of worrying about Creating the nice little lines. For whatever reason, it's a million times easier to just do it this way. And yeah, this is a pretty nice combine actually. No, the interior is insane to look at. I mean, absolutely insane. If only the radio was actually on. I am noticing, however... Okay, so the ideal is a brand new combine, right? And we are going off course. But anyway, this is a brand new combine design, right? Brand new design does not have even an aux port. I'm definitely judging because of that. I am hardcore judging because of that one little piece. But I guess we can figure out a way to get through this and make this an exciting and fun trip up and down the field. Alright, so this combine fills up ridiculously fast. I knew it was a large combine, but I did not quite expect that. But now, we get to hire a worker and come over here to pick up and move the tanks, the trailers, all the way back over. Didn't even get to complete a true headland because of it. Which is kind of insane when you think about it. Okay, I gotta turn it off, come here because I do not want to just going back and forth that way. I will drive over here, not hit the tractor, come unload all of this. But we may be able to live to fight another day and do this once more. And it should be assumed for a combine this big, but man, this thing unloads ridiculously quick. Although imagine how fast that hopper would have filled if we had a 45-foot header instead of the 35 that they currently give us. Just something kind of scary to think about as far as this goes. I think now we should have more than enough room to turn around on this end. It looks almost like they extended the field past what the map shows, which I definitely wouldn't have expected for a Giants-made map. But each of their own. They do what they do. Okay, so we are about to make our third trip with these trailers. I knew this field would yield quite a bit of wheat, but I had no idea that it would be this much. Or that they would give us only 2 of these trailers instead of, I still don't get why we didn't get a semi-trailer, but that's what they decided, so that's what I'm gonna rock. Although I do kind of wish that I'd brought our own trailer over in order to use that as well, but not a big deal. We made it work. We're getting pretty close to full anyway, and finished with this field. I think we'll be about 2/3 done after we deliver this stuff. And it's also fortunate that this tractor is ridiculously fast. Like the Varios, for whatever reason, they get, just shy of 40 miles an hour. They definitely know how to move it. And that, for whatever reason, seems to help it go by a little quicker. Don't have to worry quite as much about being stuck with a combine just sitting still. So anyway, we will get up there to the ranch. I'm sure their pits are getting pretty full from every little bit of this wheat that we're delivering to them. And it makes you wonder, if there weren't those weeds, just how much would it be yielding? Because that's not a small combine. These are not, I mean, they're smaller trailers, but they're not tiny by any stretch. Like, if it was fully fertilized, no weeds, I don't think that combine can make it all the way across the field without filling up. That's with a 35-foot header and not a 40-foot 5-footer, which for whatever reason I still don't get why they don't have it. So let's go ahead and get up here. Let's dump all the grain that we already have. Then we can go back, continue work on the field, get that taken care of. And luckily we can dump them both at once. Alright, we have 68% of all the grain transported. That's actually a pretty good percentage. So I will go finish up this field. Should only be 1 or 2 more trips. And we will see you guys when it is time to crash, hit the hay in our own tractor, and go to bed. So see you guys in a little bit. This field is officially harvested. A very long one, very large field, took a bit of time, but overall it really wasn't too bad, fortunately. All we have to do is finish unloading. I'm gonna go ahead and shut her off since it'll keep going, so that we can let that finish while we hop into our tractor. Go ahead and start her on up. The moment it stops, we will tarp it and get on our way. Just like that. Alright, so go ahead and turn on the lights. It's 8 p.m. We've definitely done a ton so far today. I love how bright the gauge cluster looks and how good it really does look. I have noticed that arrow, it's pointing forward. Is that referring to, since you can change the driving direction, I am assuming that means which direction you're facing, whether you're facing forwards or backwards in the tractor. I might try that in a second. While it's unloading, I might try and change the driving direction, just to see what happens. Because that is one of the really neat things about these, is that you could actually end up driving completely different to where the wheels that are behind us are the ones that turn. So, alright, we're here. And start unloading the front one. Pull forward so we can start with the back as well. And both of them be empty pretty soon. And we're going to get a nice bonus from all the extra crop that we ended up harvesting. Oh my god. Okay, we made over $9,000 in harvest income. Go ahead and shut it off. Flip it around. You're now staring at the trailers. The answer is no, it looks like it's still showing forward. Oh wait, no. There we go. That's actually kind of cool. Tells you what direction you're going. So let's finish off this contract real quick. Over $17,000. We have quite a bit in the bank that we can put towards paying off the loan or maybe more equipment. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. Actually, I haven't been to the ranch. We're going to go up here just to get a view of it. Be able to see all across, or not. You can see it from over here. Just look out over the vastness of it. So, thank you for watching, guys. Feel leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys on the next video.